All right. Hope everyone's having a good night, or day, or morning, or whatever it is for you. All right. That's kind of interesting. We are gonna need another layer just outside of that. There we go. We actually need there we go. Okay. So we are starting with the thumbnails for the second chapter of the Blind Key. And we are going to start with something I never did last time, which is a combined page. I'm just realizing I'm going to need to reference my previous pages. Under here. Let's just open up page 1 here. Because we need to know what the correct dimensions are here. Okay, so that's the bleed. I don't think that's correct, so we'll need to fix that. So let's go ahead and check. So we have, for the finished border, 10 by 15, which is interesting. So is it exporting? I guess I'm doing 10 by 15. Yeah. And then 8.87 by 13.5. So let's go and check if that's correct. And of course everything is in millimeters because, you know, can't have nice things. Because for some reason it forced me to set it to millimeters when I didn't want millimeters, so thank you very much for doing that. Maybe I can change that. Oh, there it is. Set to inches. Does that change it? Inches. Here we are. I'm kind of confused at what I'm looking at here. The width is 12.95, 19. Why is it a square? So it's 10 by 15, which means it would be 10 by 30 theoretically. Why is that so much smaller? I might need to remake this because the stupid thing put itself in inches or millimeters instead of inches. That's how I have this whole thing figured. Alright, so we're gonna make a new one. Let me go get rid of the old one. Why can't I set it to not millimeters? That's so dumb. Whatever. We'll just have to create it from here. That's really dumb. I don't even know where it saved it, now that I think about it. Oh, I didn't save it, that's why. Okay. Good. 11 by 17, 600. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to say story. We're going to do... Where is it? Next page? Yes. Okay. Management folder. Not in here. I don't know why it wants to put everything in there. That's super annoying. Here. Come on. Under new folder. Chapter 2. Select that folder. The management folder will be view page by page. Left binding. From right. I think we want from left. Yeah. Yes, there we go. So now we have 2 pages. And what I'm going to do now... Oops. Let's go here. Take a look at... Where are you? It's going to be 10 by 15. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have done that. That was the wrong thing. That was the really wrong thing. Where's the save to? Great. I'm going to have to hunt that down. Yeah, here it is. .25. Okay, here we are. It's 13.5, I think, or something. Let me double check. Yep. 887.25. Okay, we are back on track here. So now, actually, I'm going to delete this page. And I'm going to make a new page. Why can't I say next page? There we go. Let's save. Okay. Now, if I go here, I have to set it for every single page. Why? Why didn't you just take the default? That's really annoying. Why did you do that? Hold on. So missing number of pages. 24, I guess. Will this do what I want it to do? Boy, today has been a bust. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't gotten a whole lot done. Okay, now if I go here, and I say, no, it puts it. Why? This is really frustrating. Why would you do that? Why can't I? And now I have to delete all of these. Really? Okay, there we go. Can I duplicate the page? Yes, I can. Duplicate the page. This is really dumb. This wasn't a problem before. I don't know what I did before. I think I was able to set it not as millimeters, which is really irritating. All of my measurements are in inches. Whatever, we'll start with 10 pages here. Actually, 11. And these two, actually, it's going to be more than that. These two. 9 pages. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we're back on track. And I can start finally doing some stuff here. So, what I'm thinking is we're going to have a central... Yeah. We're going to have central... Oops, that is not what I wanted. Oh, shoot. I probably can't do this song. Sucks, because it's a cool song. Let's actually give ourselves an idea for what that's going to look like. Okay. And we can combine some of these. Yo, late night stream? Yeah, something came up, so took me a couple extra hours to come online this time around, but glad you're here. I don't know how long you can stay around, but regardless, super happy to have you there, Taxi. Figure it's going to be a pretty quiet night tonight. My brother should be coming on later here. He's currently out, so it'll be a little bit. Won't be making a free tier list. Like I said, offer still stands, but tonight I do want to get some work done, so maybe on Thursday would be a better day. Oops. I'm still down to do it, though. Took me long enough to get these to work, though, so the measurements and everything. Okay, so what I'm thinking, so basically what this page is going to be is like a series of panels showcasing her like journey, basically, so far. And so comic book, yep. I am working on the next chapter of my comic, which you can read. There's a link down in the description. The first chapter is available. So if you want to go check it out, then that's free over on my website. Not that this super matters, but that does tell me that it's off center, so just for my own sake. There we go. Oh. Let's go. Okay, so jumping into stream with my brother here now. All right.
There you are.
Yep.
Yeah, so yesterday, I think it was yesterday, me and Kevin were just using that, and Grandpa popped in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got thinking about that. I was like, oh yeah, no, you could probably do that again.
Yeah, we're.
Oh, it's Grandpa. Yeah, say hi to the people, Grandpa.
Yeah,
random things.
I started streaming here, and it took me a second to get the measurements in place, but now I'm going. So.
Oh, are you streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm live.
Oh, okay. All right, so here I go. I'm gonna get live too.
Just chill and stream. That's all right, Taxi. That's.
Oh, Taxi's here.
Yep. Popped in a little bit earlier.
Yeah, a bit of a late stream.
Yeah, whenever you do get around to reading that comic there, Taxi, feel free to let me know what you think. I'd be curious.
What comic?
Mine. I was telling him about what I'm working on right now. Okay. So let's see. So I'm gonna first work on.
All right. So we are here. Let me change my.
Say a bit smaller. We want a solid focus.
Everyone. We are now on to painting the character. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. So. Grab this. Go back to.
Actually, I should probably put this on a separate layer. Surprised the song isn't copyrighted? It might be.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
DMCA test.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our favorite game to play on stream.
Okay.
Yeah, thinking I want him to be creepier looking. Like what he's doing has absolutely just leached his life.
Okay. Actually, let's go lower. Well, the new Scooby-Doo reboot, I mean, I think it's
It's.
an affront to
I
the
think. I think
series.
it's got a specific name that does
Yeah,
not include Scooby Doo.
it doesn't. Yeah, I think it's about as far from a reboot as you can get.
Yeah, that's not a reboot.
Yeah. In short, I think it is perhaps the most unnecessary thing to have come out in a while. And that's saying something, and that's about as far as it's worth thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in a way, I think it was a necessary thing to be made because it has just destroyed. It's shown the futility of trying to make a show like that.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
just
no,
the sheer
people
vapidness of
don't
it
like
all.
these characters. People don't like because no one knows who it's made for. So, you know.
Yeah, so that pretty much sums it up. Honestly, it's really funny how little there is out there that I care about in terms of like shows and stuff like that. It's just like I've gotten to this point where it's like, meh. There's not a lot I need.
No,
And,
you don't need any of it for well,
uh,
I wouldn't say that. No one's a vacuum, no one's an island, kind of thing.
yeah,
It's good to have, but actually, you don't need TV shows
you
to
really don't.
experience creativity, and you don't need anything that's coming out nowadays to experience creativity. I mean, cinema alone, we have a century of stuff.
Honestly, yeah.
In literature, we've got thousands of years.
Yeah.
I
I have
mean,
enough to catch up on.
just saying, it's just a suggestion. And then the more you read, or the more you look into like past creativity and stuff, the more you realize just how many things are being ripped off.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this has been done before. Oh, okay.
Go figure. And with that comes, you no longer fear being original or not. Instead, you say, I'm just going to do something that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every experienced artist will tell you that you take something and you make it yours. That doesn't mean like
Trace.
destroying, trying to erase what came before.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean through destruction.
Well, that's why I'm more excited about like fan games and ROM hacks and stuff like that coming out than anything else, because they have a deep-seated appreciation for what they're, basing it off of. It's like, hey, that's cool. Um,
Me,
I think
right now, I'm painting an old, rusty old wizard. Has that ever existed before? Heck yeah. You know it has. But has this animation? No. I'm making it that way.
alright.
So,
Actually, I want to make this a little bit thinner.
contours make him look very age of life. Do a little bit here. Make the beard closer in to accent that cheekbone. Same here. Little wisps of hair on his beard. And hair.
Yeah, we'll see if that works. Actually, you know what? It'd be cooler if these were dead trees.
Dead trees are cool.
Yeah.
Like album cover were cool.
Yeah.
Dead roots. Dirty. Okay, that's two things.
Let's see, 100 elves or 10 Grinches? Who would win? I don't know, that Grinch is pretty strong with that sleigh.
Well, yeah, okay. Is this pre-heart enlargement or post-heart enlargement?
Yeah, that's gonna kind of settle it.
It's gonna affect, because the only way he was able to lift that is he had the joy of Fazudori or whatever they were saying coursing through him.
Yeah, is he buffed or not?
3 times.
Full power Grinch? Oh yeah, it's gotta be Grinch then.
He'd butcher them with rhyme. La 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 la. Decrepit old man.
can one Grinch defeat 100 elves?
What kind of elves are we talking about here?
It's saying elf on a shelf.
Elf on a shelf. That's a hard one to gauge because those sinister little guys, you know,
They're cunning.
you
They are
just
cunning.
don't know what they're capable of. Don't know what they're capable of.
Something like that. Nah, this isn't working.
Okay. Let's go. Nah, we want it to look like it's got crackly old lips. They're dry.
I don't know what to do with the backside here, so I'm gonna leave this and try to figure out other panels here. So I've got another 8 panels on this spread page.
We can still lighten it up. Like that. That stands over there. Alright, let's this in there.
I've ever eaten too much. I feel like I have. It's
What's
just like,
the prerequisite for eating too much? Is it vomiting?
like you just, I guess I've never eaten that much because, you know,
I've never eaten that much either.
I would say you just get to that point where like you don't feel like you can do anything. I have gotten to that.
If that's the criteria, then I've never done it. I've never eaten too much. I still.
I've never regretted it though. I've just, you know, usually I'm really hungry when I do that.
Agree. How much? I'd have to eat a lot.
Yeah, you'd have to like.
I don't know what I could do. Like, I'd have to eat a whole Thanksgiving meal by myself, and I mean like
The whole turkey.
everything, the whole turkey, all the mashed potatoes. I'd have to do something crazy and stupid like that. Because, I mean, I've ate like an entire one of those chickens from Safeway, you know.
Yeah, those aren't that big.
Yeah, but I mean, still, by yourself, you eat the whole thing in one sitting, and then you have some other stuff with it. I'm just saying, I've ate a lot, and then I go and like work out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh yeah, don't eat before you work out. No, I can eat. Yeah, my body immediately goes, all right, conversion. Let's use this.
I've got to think of.
So I don't think that's a way of telling if you've ate too much.
I mean, it is just not for you.
Well, okay, for me it's not. I think it's more of an evaluation of like, I don't know. I don't know what that should come down to, honestly.
Honestly, I just think it comes down to the fact that we just haven't eaten. Like, we don't overeat, really. We use everything.
Yeah. I mean, because, yeah, my body's like, oh, I know what we're doing. That's right. We're bench pressing or we're squatting or deadlifting, you know, doing something with it.
Okay, so this panel will have. How do I want to show this?
I apologize for my squeaky chair. It squeaks.
It happens.
Yeah, it's not a very expensive chair, especially not for me. I got it free. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Although you got it for free as
Yeah,
well.
I got it for free as well. But it just sitting down and it didn't really work for me.
Yeah. It was. I mean, you've seen like what my old look like.
Going from what you were going from, I'm surprised your back is still in one piece, Joel. Like, actually.
It's all those deadlifts. It's being it
I guess
allows
so.
you to. It allows you to have a horrible chair that's falling apart.
And not absolutely have, like, crippling fallout from it.
Well, I mean,
quite like this.
I lean forward, I guess. I don't know how you sit in chairs when you work.
I try not to do the shrimp. The shrimp stature.
Yeah, I kind of do that because I start getting concentrated,
Yeah,
and I
that
just
happens.
like zoom in. But for the most part, I mean, there's times where yeah, I do lean back, but if I'm sitting up, I think I've got pretty good posture.
I try to keep my back against the back of the chair.
Yeah, I mean, I just find that avoiding the shrimp thing improves your technique. Like good posture while you're doing art,
Yeah.
it improves your line, stroke, and stuff.
Gives your elbow room to move and shoulder to actually.
Yeah, it's just functional. And decide how I want to do this properly now, because we got two sources of light. Two sources of light. Blend things a little bit down here.
This needs
So this is turning out pretty good, actually. It's gonna be kind of a creepy. This is gonna be a creepy animation, but then again, all the ones I've planned are
okay.
creepy. So we got a bunch of like spooky ones planned. It's
In time for
spooky.
spooky month.
Spooky. In time for spooky month.
Spooky month.
March.
The spookiest
March
of
is
months.
the spookiest month of them all.
I didn't mean to put that on panels.
Spookiest month of them all. It's when the Irish came. Oh no! We don't want the Irish.
We need to watch that movie again.
One of my favorite lines from that movie. Makes me laugh so hard. Because I'm descended from Irish immigrants. They're talking about me. Well, I mean, the biggest joke is the guy who says it is totally Irish. Yeah, I don't know if you know this. Do you know that our, the Irish ancestors of ours that immigrated here fought in the Civil War?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Oh, okay.
Because you thought that they were part of the Irish regiment.
Yeah, I learned about the Irish Brigade, and I was like, huh, wait, that would probably, like, that might line up with our family. Lines up with a lot of families. And, no. He was in the 19th Indiana Infantry. Oh, well.
I might want to work on the perspective there, but for now, that's the idea. Boy, I might only get 1 day's worth of thumbs done. Or 1 page worth of thumbs done.
What? How many thumbs are you doing a page?
What do you mean?
Well, you said 1 page of thumbs.
Yes.
How many?
I'm doing a page, like 2 pages worth of thumbs in one, because it's a spread page. And I have, like, another potential 6 panels to plan out, and I have no idea what they're going to be, so I'm like planning them on the fly.
Well, what I'm asking is, do you do thumbs the way I do?
No, I do a
Okay.
full page.
Okay, yeah, I do them on a document that it's about for comic thumbnails, it's like 25, I think. For what's it called? Storyboarding, I think it's 20. Let's get some darker stuff here. Increase the contrast between his wrinkles. No, don't make my wrinkles deeper. Too bad, old man. Shouldn't be doing black magic. And it's a little too much. Let's get a little bit of that there wrinkly. Ooh. Yeah, that's rather creepy there. So I need to figure it out.
There's a lot I'm planning out in terms of composition with this page, and I don't really know what that is yet. I'm just kind of making it up as it goes. This page will take a little bit more effort since it's a splash page. The Walmart version of Poseidon. Heck yeah.
Poseidon?
Yeah, that's how.
Pool noodle?
No, he's got like a big stick or something. I don't know.
Poseidon. Poseidon's in there. Poseidon, what are you doing? Brother! There's great savings to be had. Get back to the ocean. I left an Arid in charge. Yeah, I know. It's all out of sorts.
Yeah, it'll do something like that. Man, I hope this song doesn't get me taken down because I really like it. Problem is, it's from like 1987, so.
Any can claim it. What song?
It's a Japanese city pop song. 52nd Street. I think I showed you it.
Oh, probably.
Toshiki Karamatsu. See as a Lady was the album.
Yeah, you should. You're like, it's been my jam for a while.
In other places. Shroud.
Oh, thank you for the like, whomever. Which is not the right use of whom. You know what I should do? I should take what I've got here. I should take a blend tool. Just blend things.
No, I don't like that. Come on. Actually, what? Stop.
Yeah, that's actually becoming something. Okay. Rough stone. Better than what it was. This one. That way. No. That's let's see. That's just going smooth. So let's take this. Just
Oh, think about that one.
work out. Yes, that is coming together.
Like the idea of.
Mind if his nose is crooked, he's old. Things could have happened. A spell backfire in his face. You know. Wizard stuff.
Alright.
Give it a bit of definition, though.
Would I rather fight Batman in a giant dinosaur costume? So who's in the costume?
I want to just see Batman in a giant dinosaur costume.
I feel like there's an episode of the Adam West series that's like that.
Robin, I have a disguise. Holy Jurassic!
You are in the costume. Maybe.
What advantage does that give me?
The alternative is fight a sumo wrestler with a stuffed animal. I mean,
I just imagine two sumo wrestlers color fighting.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
I'd like to see that, actually. Yeah. That might be. Oh, okay. So I don't know if I want to do like some textures, like so. Yes, let's get wrinkle. I mean, for some reason, I imagine Kamarte High School. That feels like it would be something.
That totally is something that would be in Cromartie.
It'd be like, it would be something like not even official, you know. Wouldn't be an actual competition. It would just be like two sumo wrestlers on the street start getting kind of a little mad at each other, and
It just reminds me of the episode. Oh my gosh! I think it was the episode right before those guys walk into the sushi restaurant with the gorilla making sushi, and because basically they're gonna go try to beat up a rival gang at another school.
Yeah.
And so they point to the gorilla and the really buff dude with the suspenders and no shirt and go, well, why don't we just stick those guys on them? They're like, they just sit around and do nothing. And so they keep trying to get the buff dude with suspenders to go to the right school, but he keeps on beating up a bunch of random people.
Actually, yeah, I think I've seen that one. sounds familiar. That looks right. I'll take it out of that. Looks good. Okay, nice. Goodbye. 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 All the details. Zoom out. I feel like I want to do a little bit of something here. So, let's go to the airbrush. Let's go to spray. Ooh. Let's try and give them some like orb reflection. That's nice.
I'm not super happy about this.
It's a good texture, but let's go here and make it bigger and go. Trying to get it subtle.
I have an idea.
All right, so let's start. Now a little more to here, and we go to a nice blend tool here. Blend our colors together. This here little feller. This man is 35. Don't do black magic, kids. Worse than that.
One could call it gigamath.
So that's what his deal was. That's referring to a certain playthrough of Final Fantasy III.
Alright. I'm still not super happy with that panel, but I need to move on. Because I don't know what I'm doing.
None of us do.
Woo! Okay, no, I can't listen to that, which sucks. Actually, I might be able to, but I don't know.
I made his skin too smooth. We have to give him wrinkles again. That's too big. Lots of wrinkles. So let's give his scalp a few blemishes. Yeah. And that's easy enough. You take some watercolor splashes. Lovely old skin defect.
How do I want to?
Okay, it's gonna keep bothering me. I need this. Let's just make it that. And choose this.
Something like that.
This is just gonna keep bothering me. Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on. I'll get something a little more. A little too inky. Need something brushy. This guy, I mean, I know it's oil liquid. Or do we just blend it in completely?
All right, hit us with it, taxi.
Not too hard. And not in the face.
Not the face.
Thank you. Speaking of blazing saddles again. Tom DeLuise. No, not the face. Okay. Oops. I'll actually. Oh, I'm on that one. I was on this one.
What's the coolest looking tree? Oh boy. I've seen a lot of really cool trees.
Coolest looking tree.
I feel like there's one I'm forgetting. I think there's like one in town near me that looks really cool.
Well,
I can't remember.
I think he's asking, like, species?
Yeah, like are you like a specific tree or like what species is the coolest? Because those octopus trees are really cool.
Yeah, those octopus trees are cool. I think buttonwood trees are cool. Which is a form of spruce, I think.
You don't care about species, so you want a specific tree. Actually, the tree I live next to is really cool. The cedar. I live next to a really big cedar, and the bark is like super textured. It's like this old cedar. I think I'd go with that one. I like cedars. Cedars are really cool. They're just big trees. Oh shoot, this definitely. Dang it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I like the one at our elementary school.
Yeah, that one was cool.
provided many a chestnut for us to throw. Or charge kids for. Just for fun. Be like, you want to ride the merry-go-round? That's chestnut. Kids are like, oh, okay. Shoot down and pick one up.
Yeah.
Alright, you can ride. It was just a game.
Chestnut trees are really cool. Chestnut trees always remind me of the tree in Majora's Mask at the end of the game. All right, you taking off, Taxi? All right, you have a good one.
It's a little bit for taxi.
Yeah,
Hey, taxi.
catch you.
Of course. This is the area that. I think that's about done. But, well, I can do his ears. I can touch up his ears, but as far as the rest of him goes, I'm feeling like this guy's looking all right. What say you, concurrent viewer? This can be brightened up over there. I'll grab this. I'll go up to the 200. What am I on? Yeah, I'm on Smic. It's just.
I'm gonna need to bring out my notes.
This way. This way. Hello. Wait, that's a song.
I've got to get
isn't it?
back into the comic making mode, man.
That was Matchbox 20, wasn't it?
What?
Hello.
I'm gonna, of course. I did all of those panels on the same layer, whatever.
Yeah. Be happy you're not like, well, I don't need that. I'll clear it. I did that one time when I was doing storyboards. But I was zoomed in. Didn't realize that. Yeah, I didn't realize those were all on the same layer, so I kept working.
Oh,
So I couldn't undo it.
yeah.
Oh, I almost lost my mind. I had never done. That was the first time, pretty much only time I've ever done that. But that was definitely the first time that I did that. That hurt. That hurt bad.
I've maybe done things like that, but like way back when I was using like Photoshop and whatnot. Been a long time since I did anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking. This was like, I don't know, 2017 or something. Like, this was a long time ago. Blend things. Blend. Okay, so. That. This.
Actually,
Yeah, it would be to this. Let's grab dark color. That. Here. Yeah, this would go down like that. Yeah, that good enough. Okay, well, that's just floating there. I have to say, I'm actually very pleased with how this looks.
nice and freaky.
Well, not only that, it's just rendered pretty well.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That's pretty cool looking. Not to, I like it. Don't want to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but I like it. I think it's coming out pretty cool. And that's making me happy. I suppose this could.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to then.
Oh, yo, what's up, Isaac? Good to see you, man.
Hello.
Just seeing this? Yeah. I haven't put it in Rap Boys because I don't know where to put it. I figure people will find it. Okay. You on lunch break? Well, I'm glad you stopped by, man. And usually I stream a little bit earlier, which I don't know if that would be easier to come across. I'm thinking of streaming on like Saturdays as well. But yeah. Glad you stopped by. I'm starting the next chapter, so gonna be real busy here.
All right, so for now, I'm going to say that this head is finished. I feel like there's a few more stray hairs here and there, but I can add those after I get his body put together. So what I'm working on right now actually is just a rendered picture of the scene. This isn't just to have the lighting correct and stuff. This isn't the actual scene. In case anyone was wondering, why is there this big white strip? Because this doesn't matter. Now, granted, I will need to see how do I want to do this? Because like that's the pencil underneath. Like we saw here, taking away that scene drastically alters it. So we need this color under it. So let's try and get this guy. Let's see how this does. That should be good enough. In fact, that very much should be good enough. To then take this and go. I missed a step. Put this underneath. So now, when we take this away, we have that. Now, that's some stuff that needs to be cleaned up. There. Now. I think here's what I don't know. I take the airbrush, very soft airbrush. Take this negative brush
if I
and just clean up underneath it. That way we do have kind of this weird icky transparency.
It'll look up a sextant.
Ah, sextants. Good for finding your way in the open ocean.
There.
Get some sort of weird, I don't know, not exactly ambient occlusion. Not ambient occlusion, but subsurface.
Gotta head out. All right, Isaac. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'll catch you later. You have a good one, man. Have a good rest of your shift.
Yeah, work hard. Subsurface color.
Subsurface scattering.
Scattering, that's what it is.
Every painter knows subsurface scattering.
And reflective lighting. Yeah!
And diffusion.
Few of my favorite words. Few of my favorite.
I gotta remember how sextant works. Space on angle, those lenses tell you. That uses gravity to figure out where you're at. Okay.
The old man. Spooky old man. Okay. Now for the next part. Drawing his wizardly robes. Or painting his robes. I haven't decided exactly how I want to do the color for that. Ugh.
I'll draw a more detailed sextant later. For now, just need to remember that it's a sextant and why I drew it.
I'm going to do that by doing a sketch. So we have a nice little sketch of the guy underneath there. Sketch more on it. Sketches
Right.
robes.
It's the only panel I'm not really happy with, and I'm just gonna let it go for now.
I'm trying to think. Oh, maybe I should just. Oh, that would be an interesting. I'm processing how I'm gonna do his hand animation because he's gonna be riding scroll, and he's gonna take his hand and quill and dip it in some ink and go back to scroll. We aren't exactly there yet. We're only at robes. Robes. Actually, I think it should just be very simple. Because if it's just robes, those tend to just kind of drape like curtains. What I'm thinking, anyway. Man's wearing curtains. He saw him in the window. He just couldn't resist. I love riffing off good jokes. Carol Burnett, ladies and gentlemen. Carol Burnett. And everyone's going, who?
Who?
Who's
Which
that?
is a shame.
Very much a shame. I think the second you watch it, yeah, that's stuff like the bloopers.
Oh,
Okay, I need to watch this. Heck, Michael Jackson was on her show
Wait,
a
really?
couple of times actually.
I
Not
don't
as a
remember
guest star, but as a performer.
that. Oh, I see.
And yeah, he was like 15.
Oh, wow.
She had him on her show when he was like 15. He'd been on there before, I think, but she was like, "This is a young man whose career I am very excited to watch because he is so talented." Michael Jackson and the Jackson Five or whatever. I can't remember how she introduced him, but I think she said him by name, like he had gotten that popular.
Yeah, certainly did. She certainly was correct.
Oh
Took
yeah.
the world by storm.
Well, and he was very talented.
Yeah. No, he was.
Good grief. There was this lawsuit against him. This lady was claiming that he ripped off one of her songs, and what happened was, I mean, she pretty much outed herself as the person who ripped off him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going over, they had him talk about his songwriting process, and he's like, yeah, okay, well, when I came up with that song, I was sitting in my car or whatever, he was getting driven around by his chauffeur, and he just was basically composing it in his head, and he said he'd start with a drum kind of backing track in his head and stuff like that. That's how he'd process, which is how a lot of composers process. It's a gift to be able to compose in your head like that. But yeah, they kind of went into that, and basically just the timing of everything really expressed that she was the one who actually had ended up ripping him off. It's like, okay. Hey, guess what? We could pretty much talk about what's his name, the Donkey Kong guy.
Oh, Billy Mitchell? Yeah, no, he's
We could talk about Billy Mitchell without getting screwed.
No, he's done. That picture came
Finally.
out. Yeah.
Finally. Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
he always was, but that picture is
Well, we
basically
know
the
that.
nail in
We
the
know
coffin.
that. Yeah, no. We know he'd always been lying. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But now, yeah, that picture comes out, and it's like, oh yeah.
Look at that. A modified machine.
Yeah, I caught the Carl Jobst video.
Yeah, I watched that, and I watched Critical kind of. He
Yeah.
pointed me towards that, so that I watched that and then watched his take on it, because Moist Critical's made so many videos about him, apparently.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, people are asking, aren't you afraid of getting sued? And he's like, I don't know why he hasn't tried to sue me yet. I've made
Yeah.
like 5 different videos, but I feel kind of left out. Maybe I should sue him for not suing me.
That's funny.
But yeah, Jobs is in like the midst of 2 lawsuits with the guy.
Yep.
But
Not anymore.
pretty much.
Probably.
Come on, Billy.
That's why I posted that meme in the
Yeah.
chat. The first time I saw that, I was laughing so hard. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a good edit."
We're gonna cheat.
Right. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna cheat.
Gonna channel the Billy Mitchell way. We're gonna cheat. Pretty much. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he was really the hero of anybody.
Oh no.
At least not for a long time. I mean, that documentary, remember watching that documentary about all those guys?
Yeah, I remember it wasn't King
was-
of Kong.
It was weird. No, this was a while
The
ago.
other one. It was the other
It was
one.
very weird.
Yeah.
Like, those guys are
Yeah.
like not healthy in the head. Kind of weird. I don't know. And it's weird that it was pretty much all of them ended up like that, like totally full of themselves at the beginning. And I think it's because that's the only thing they had, and it happened when they were like peaked,
Yeah.
you know, like in their teenage years.
Teenage years, yeah.
So like they were just like, we're the coolest thing ever. That's right, yes. It's like, nah, I
No.
no. This is really weird. Like, why is this I mean, esports is a thing. This is before that. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's so weird about it. It's in the 70s. I mean, Billy Mitchell was a little later, I think. I don't think he was a part of that group.
I don't know.
Because
He's part of the whole
he
Twin
claimed to have-
Galaxies thing.
Yeah, he claimed to have gotten his score not in the 90s, but I think in the 80s.
I'm pretty sure it was in the 80s.
Something like that. But yeah. Bizarre stuff. Just very, very strange. But that one guy who, like,
Todd Rogers.
I don't think it's Todd Rogers. Like, who's the crazy one? Like, the one who calls himself Captain Awesome.
Oh gosh. I don't remember that guy.
No, see, that's why I think Billy Mitchell was almost different generation than those guys.
Huh.
Yeah, no, that guy, like, started making comics, like, porno comics of
Oh
himself.
gosh.
It was, yeah, and then he, like, claimed that the only reason Arnold Schwarzenegger was a successful immigrant in this country was prostitution and drugs or something.
Jeez.
And the interviewers are like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah.
Yo, Moko, welcome back.
Hello. Oh, weird.
Kind of a weird conversation.
We're talking about what do you even call these guys? Like
Losers? I don't know.
esports from the 70s. We're talking about esport athletes.
Well, they aren't even esport. They were just record holders.
No.
That's all they were.
Yeah.
They were
That's all
basically
it was back then.
Yeah, they were basically like what the equivalent of like speedrunners, only like way more ego.
Oh man, like
They were just record holders basically. That was their whole thing.
bizarre ego. And,
Back
most
of
of
score
them,
mattered.
and most of them cheated.
Arcades.
It's come out that most of those guys cheated.
Yeah.
I think.
The only ones I really know about are Billy Mitchell and Todd Rogers.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I really know, but it wouldn't surprise me. Like, if you have that much ego, you have a lot to hide, honestly.
And you're willing to go to lengths.
Exactly, yeah.
This is my title. This is my thing.
Yeah.
Really? Is that all you have? Don't feel like you got any more in life other than a record in an arcade machine
from like half a decade ago.
Yeah, I know, for real. It's really old. No one knows who any of these guys are.
Yeah.
The only reason people know who Billy Mitchell is because he keeps trying to sue people.
Yeah,
that's what keeps him relevant.
Yeah. Good old Gary Bobby Ferguson. That is such a great game.
Yeah, he tried to sue him for that.
Oh yeah, I don't think he won that one.
No, he got laughed out of court.
Yeah.
Basically, like from what I've heard, People were like, "Are you kidding? Really?" And actually, I mean, pretty much all of his lawsuits like don't go to court.
Yeah, well, because he forgets to like actually do the due diligence and actually get them into court. Like that happened last time. He
Well,
tried to sue someone.
and I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say most of those lawsuits would be considered
Fraudulent.
not well, sure, but what's the word where it's irresponsible?
Negligent.
No, it's like whimsical. I can't think of
Yeah, I'm not
the
sure.
term,
I think I know what
but
you're talking about.
basically, it starts with an F.
Not farcical.
No,
Um, fanciful.
no, hold
Uh,
on. Let me- Um, frivolous.
frivolous. Yeah.
Yeah, frivolous lawsuits are illegal. So, which they happen a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but they're supposed to be illegal. And so, him frivolously suing people for talking about him in a bad light is technically illegal because you can talk about someone.
Well, furthermore, like it's not even the fact that they're talking about it; it's the fact that they're bringing up evidence against him.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
That's
just
the whole other side to it.
like, and it just makes it so suspicious. Like, when you don't want people talking about you cheating, and you're willing to go so far as to sue someone for talking about you cheating and presenting evidence of it, it kind of makes you look like
You're hiding something.
you're hiding something. Like if you weren't hiding something, you'd be like, whatever, because
Well,
it's not going to damage your reputation or anything.
I remember there was another thing where basically because fraud or not fraud but um what's it because he's suing people for what's it called, defamation. That's it. Defamation requires like a some kind of account of like some kind of measurement of like
It
how
actually
it
damaging
affecting
your
you. Yeah.
your career or
So
something.
he literally talks in the documents. He talks about a book that doesn't exist. like they looked into this book, and like he was like, oh, it cost me sales on this book or whatever. I have this book I'm selling, and he's like, um, Jobs was like, well, I could not find this book, so I think that's hurt your sales more than anything.
Yeah, first you got to make this book,
Yeah.
then your
So,
sales can get hurt.
and even then, it's only if it's illegitimate.
Yeah, but the fact that you pretty confirmed to have lied about the conditions of your record, because that's ultimately what it is. I mean, he still plays the game. I mean, if we're just going off of the fact that it wasn't um, a proper setup, we're not even touching on the fact that it's emulation,
Yeah.
possibly. Um, the just the sheer fact that he lied about the conditions of it because it's a modded machine.
Yeah.
That immediately is like, well, that's against the rules. You can't have that. So, because I
But
think for the most part he still plays it. I mean, I'm sure the guy's actually plenty good at the game.
actually, he's not that good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like mediocre basically in comparison to like other top end Donkey
Well,
Kong
the
players.
ones nowadays.
Yeah. Well, but even like I think even like compared to like 20 years ago, he doesn't really get that good of scores.
Well, okay then. Never mind. Shows how
Yeah,
much I
giving him
really
the
know.
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I try. I try to give people a benefit of the doubt as much as I can, even if they're an egotistical jerk.
Jerks.
People are people, you know. But but yeah, I mean, like that. I mean, I don't got a high score in any video game. And I'm from
I
the era when there were still scores in games, even though they were pretty much completely irrelevant.
Yeah, that I think one thing that we should do is we're gonna be going through all those old like DOS games and stuff like that. Chances are one of them is like has no world records for speed runs. So hey, free world record.
Guinness, Guinness. Like, okay,
Yeah, Guinness will give you anything if you
pay for it.
pay for it. That's another
Um,
whole other issue.
uh, um, yeah, Blind Man Simulator.
Blind Man
No.
Simulator?
Yeah, it's Blind Man Simulator. You have to navigate a maze you can't see. Like it's a blank screen, but you can hear him bump into things. It's an
I've
old
never heard of
DOS
that.
game from the 90s. Me and Kevin found that one.
That's funny.
You're like, what is this? Then we realized that. I mean, we see it, ha ha ha, funny, but then we realize what it is. It's like, oh, you could actually play this. Oh gosh, no.
Um,
um, we do need to play Spud again.
Spud?
Oh, Andrew. We need to play. Although I don't know if YouTube would like that one.
What's Guinness nowadays? Joke, kind of. It
Beer.
basically it's kind of treated as this like authority, but it doesn't really like it doesn't have any. Basically, there's a really good video that Jobs did, basically breaking down why like they don't matter. So it's kind of funny. Mostly coming down to the fact that they ignore like actual, at least in video games, I don't know about anything else, but they ignore any other part of the community, like speedrunners and stuff like that. The people actually like doing it.
Yeah, officially. Like, well, that's not our standard. Yeah, well, you're not the standard.
That was actually that was a thing I remembered about. Not to bring up another controversial figure, but like Tommy
Why
Tallarico,
not?
people are saying
Oh,
it was like, look how
that guy.
many Guinness World Records he has. That means
Yeah.
he's a good business person. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
One
good
of
measure.
these is not like the other. Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah. Yeah. Those guys that were saying that are out a lot. Kevin
This
and
is
I just
bizarre.
talked about it actually. Kevin brought up a very good point and what they should have done. Kevin was like, they should have just kept it as an app.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is.
Well,
Those
that's
games are
Kevin.
saying that.
Kevin was like, I mean, since they even had pretty much all the games look like mobile games anyway.
Well, they
But
are. Half of them are.
actually, yeah, some of them are free to
Yeah.
play mobile games. But the uh, uh, but the controller is basically a touch phone, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh yeah, it if it had it like now. I I'd say this is pretty much. Yeah, I'm trying to think how you would do this most effectively because yeah, just have it as a mobile game app. Like you play on your phone, okay. But if you wanted to like, you know, broadcast it to your TV,
Mm-hmm.
but you'd need a smart TV for that. So, but I mean, keep both options open, I guess. If you
Yeah,
have a smart
you could figure out
TV
a
you
way
can
to do
broadcast
it.
to, then you can broadcast it to smart TV. If you don't have a smart TV, then you can still just play it on your phone. The virtual console.
Well, yeah, they got into consoles. Like, Sega learned their lesson 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
that's why the whole time I'm watching this, like, because I wasn't paying attention at all,
Yeah.
pretty much. And then I learn about how it all has gone down, and I'm like, why were they trying to make a console from the ground up?
Yeah, that's the big thing. There's no name
You
behind
had
it.
no, yeah, you had no, and yeah, technically there is a name behind it, but it's
Again, like
it's
30 years ago.
an old name. It's an ancient name that no one knows about. No one hears in television who doesn't know what television is and thinks, ah, excellent video games. There's people who don't play video games, don't know anything about video games. You say PlayStation to them, they know what it is. You say Xbox to them, they know what it is. You say in television, they go, what?
They would probably
What
think
is
it's like a TV provider or something like that.
Yeah. Is that like Roku?
Yeah. Like a streaming service.
Yeah. Is that a new streaming service? Which one is that? Is that NBC? CNN? Who is that?
I'll figure out that. Okay, I actually really like how some of these compositions are coming out. That's actually looking really cool. Boy, these thumbnails might take a while.
I don't know what your thumbnail would look like. Thumbnails don't normally take a while.
I'm not putting a lot of detail, but I'm figuring a lot of really, like, the shots are kind of complicated.
And is this for comic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should still be able to get the 10 done this week, though, if I work on it every day.
Oh, pages or 10 thumbnails?
Well, 10 pages of thumbnails.
Yeah.
10 thumbnails.
That's some finished pages.
Oh, no. There's no way. Line work takes about 4 hours, and color takes about another 4 hours or so.
That's about
Sometimes
right.
a little bit more.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I can't imagine just being a writer on a comic.
Or just a
Like, that's-
penciler.
Or just a penciler, or just
one-
a thumbnail,
one
or
thing.
just, yeah. It's gonna be so weird coloring for that other project that we're gonna do.
Yeah,
Just-
no, that would
just
be
doing
interesting
color.
to me too, because
Yeah.
yeah, then I'll be able to hand it off. It'll still be getting worked on. And it's like, whoa, I don't need the coloring. How cool is that?
I won't have to do line work.
Yeah,
I can do the
I'll
fun
happily
part.
do I'll happily do the line work and the inking and stuff. I love doing that. Coloring, yeah.
I actually quite like coloring. It's like comp. Comp's fun. Because, like, it's not that it's easy, but it's not like... It's very routine. Once you figure out a good routine, it's, like, predictable. Line work and stuff like that doesn't feel predictable.
Because it kind of isn't. It changes a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Color,
for a scene, it's gonna work the
color,
same way every time.
yeah, and you can get. I feel like for color, I can get exactly what I want a lot easier. Not so much for pencil.
Well, yeah, for you in pencil, you don't really pencil a lot.
Yeah. Painting feels good.
A little different. I mean, when you're penciling right, it does feel a little bit like painting. You're not working with colors. I mean, you could, but I may as well be painting.
Actually, I really like that shot. Can I?
Now we take this color and we go here and we blow this up and we say kind of try and match what we've done. But that's gonna be a little difficult unless hold on folks. We got this. Like this. You go invert and you go big. Like, oops. Ooh. Oh, that's got kind of nice. Yeah, look at that. Bring out the
Actually, I haven't even finished the designs for all of these characters, but that's all right. I basically know what they are. I can at least thumbnail them. That's a right hand. I don't want a right hand.
Take this glow. Oops. Go figure.
Something like that.
Then
And so she's sorry what?
we can
Oh, she.
It doesn't blend well. But what I could do, folks.
Keep listening to the song, but I like it. And we'll listen to other Fear of Dark stuff as well.
Beautiful. Do it that way. Let's give this a little bit of a not color, paper texture. Maybe not paper texture, maybe it's inch material. No. This one? Okay. Loads pattern. This should show up. Okay. Image material. Paper texture. And whoa. Wait. I don't know what some of these are. I've never. These are new.
What are new?
I've got these like paper texture things I've never used.
In Blender?
Blender? No. Wait.
Oh. Like rough paper and stuff like that?
No, they're dogs. They're part of the pen set.
Oh, nice.
Or the brush sets. Yeah. I forgot he included those. But those aren't what I want. I don't know why I can't find it. I want.
I have to figure out.
What is this? This is bizarre. This is actually very weird. I don't know why I can't find this. It's not in color. It's not colored. It should be here. It should be in monochrome. But I'm not able to find kimono. I like to use kimono texture for a lot of. There we go. Kimono too. Let's throw it on there. I like to use this for a lot of the cloth texture. It looks good. That would be like that.
Something like that.
And not on the top of everything, but on that. So, and
Nice.
overlay. Oh wow, overlaid.
But I like that flow.
Makes it look kind of funny.
And maybe he switches hands. Who cares? That can be implied. I don't feel like killing the composition just for that. Alright, let's do...
I like it looking like that better. More subtle. Okay, that's that for now.
Let's do that. Dang, it's already been 2 hours.
It has, yeah, actually.
I got technically I
was a
got
little
3
late.
thumbnails done. But I probably should call it here. This is a good place to stop, especially considering the next one is going to be a little while. A little bit of work.
Yeah, I'm gonna plan what I do next, actually. But I'm pleased with what I've done.
Let's see. I actually, you know what? I'm going to do one more thing here. If I don't like this, I'm going to do a scene of her walking into a structure. And that'll give me an opportunity to do something really important.
Maybe using this and some darker glowing. Yes. I used this should be funny. You should work on it. Just kind of experimenting now. Getting all of this. I need to. I need to somehow. Let's do. Let's see what any of these does. We get any texture. Shine through, that would be. Yeah, overlay. Although overlay seems to be more of I'm going to make it different color around it, make it look like there's yellow on it. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice color.
Man, I'm guessing this is a soundtrack from a game. I'm gonna have to check this game out.
What's the sound?
Yeah, Doctor. What is that? Hold on. I'm listening to Fear of Dark. He's a chiptune artist I came across a long time ago. He does fantastic tracking. 8 out of 10. What is this? Okay, it's a puzzle game. It almost sounds like a platformer or something. Yeah, maybe not. Good soundtrack though.
Sure. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah. That's not correct. Oh. Ugh, getting tired.
Yeah, I'm almost done here myself. But I just wanted to do a more interesting last panel for the other splash page.
What do you think about that, guys? Or person who is watching? What do we think about getting?
Okay, well, that'll do for now. I'll need to make this
This
actually
is starting to look so bizarre.
good.
Well, it's just you'll see it when I show you later, but the rendering on his face, like he looks like he was carved out of clay or wax, or something, which is good. So everything I do, I'm glad I have this recorded because someone would probably look at this and be like, "Ah, that looks like AI generated." Like, no, it's not.
Don't
I
worry, it
painted
doesn't
it.
have the it doesn't have the same 3 faces.
Exactly.
I mean, that's going to be interesting as time goes on. It's just going to reduce more and more.
Well,
Because
yeah.
that's what it does.
Yeah.
So the most original or most interesting looking AI art is going to be the stuff that comes out of the least refined.
Well, yeah. It'll all
algorithm.
start looking the same. Like that's how it works. Here,
All right.
actually. I mean, yeah. Work on it later. A bit further later.
Okay. I'll call that good for now. That should give me enough room for all the dialogue. Yeah. And here doesn't have any. Over here doesn't have any. But I like what's going on here. Ooh, I could put some towers back here.
He looks like, which is good, but he looks like he's from Blender. Like he looks like I did in Blender. Weird. I don't think I've ever painted anything that looks like this. Which I think is a good thing because
New style unlocked.
Yeah, well, it's one of those paradigm shifts.
Yeah.
Deckard Cain meets the Dark Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a kind of a weird looking fella. Doing black magic, Kevin.
We'll do something like that. Yeah, figure out something with this. Like pylons, that actually looks really cool. Okay, we're doing that.
Erecting two pylons.
Erecting pylons. You do not have enough pylons.
Ah! Old video game.
Yeah.
I'm Deckard Cain. Diablo's a pussy. He's a pussy. I used to give him swirlies back in the day. Oh, Diablo 3. Sometimes in Diablo 3, like 10 years.
Yeah, get crazy.
Was that?
It's crazy how many
That
of
was
these
like 2013.
franchises like haven't had games in over a decade.
Yeah, but somehow they keep making new content. Like
I'm not even
Bethesda, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
And we're going on 12 years. And
honestly, at this point, I think Sky Oblivion is going to come out before the next Elder Scrolls.
well, yeah,
They
it
actually have a
is.
release year.
Yeah, it is. We know that. The next Elder Scrolls is like 10 years off.
I don't know if it's 10 years off, but like, I mean, if they go under, it's infinite years off. But
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, okay, think of it this way. If it's another 7 years,
That's 2030. I don't think it's gonna be 2030 when they release the next Elder Scrolls. I think it will be around like 2025 or 2026. Honestly,
I was just thinking, another 7 or 8 years, it would be 20 years.
Good grief. I don't want to think about that.
I don't think they do either.
Honestly, probably.
But that's the reality of the situation. It's like
Okay.
a franchise that doesn't release a new sequel for 20 years. There are games like that. There's franchises that have done that, right?
I don't. Maybe?
Usually when that happens, it was like they're trying to bring it back.
Yeah.
It's not that it was in development. So yeah, like Shenmue.
Oh yeah. Well,
3.
no, that was.
How many
that-
years was that?
Shenmue 2 was 1999?
And Shenmue 3 was
2016 or 17.
so that's
What's that?
over 15 years.
Yeah, hold on. Shenmue
If you were correct.
2 is 2001. Shenmue
Okay.
3 is
About 15 years. If it was
2019. Oh wow. And people were really disappointed with Shenmue 3.
Well, and I feel like honestly, I feel like that's what's gonna happen to the next Elder Scrolls.
Honestly,
Like that's my
Yeah.
concern for Bethesda's sake. Like they've spent so long working on the next Elder Scrolls that the modding community
yeah,
has brought Skyrim into next gen.
yeah.
So then it's like, okay,
And have done two or are doing 2 remakes of the previous games in those engines. 2.
yeah,
They've almost completed. Well, I don't know about almost, but it's a good chance that they're at least going to complete 1, either around the same time or before the next Elder Scrolls come out. They've completed an open world remake, entirely fan driven. That's crazy.
yeah, and so
Is that the biggest modding project that is like actually going to be successful?
probably
Because like at this point, like it's far enough along where it's It's
Among
going
the
to come
largest.
out. Yeah.
It,
The
if
only
not the
other
largest.
the only other one I can think of would be something like Ocarina of Time Third Quest or something like that, the ROM hack, which is technically still in development, but has really gone radio silent because Nintendo.
Yeah.
But who knows when that one's going to come out? And I don't know if that one's as big because I don't think the team is as big. That's the thing about like Sky Oblivion is it's a full blown team.
Oh yeah, they've built it over the last 6 years. No. How long have they been working on it?
A long time.
Is it getting close to 10 years?
I don't know about 10 years.
2013 was 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh. You're right. The
Yeah,
development of Sky
I thought
Oblivion
it-
officially started in 2012.
2012. Yeah,
Holy
see, I remember
crap.
something around that time.
What about Skywind? 2012 as well.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what it was like. Hey, this looks really good. Let's make the other games look like this. And yeah, it's taken them 10 years.
The biggest thing is
it's not a fruitless pursuit because Bethesda hasn't made a sequel.
yeah, that's the
So
crazy
the hype
thing
is still
about it.
there.
Yeah. Well, and on top, they haven't made a remake themselves.
But I don't think they would.
Yeah.
They've never done that. So
Yeah.
there's no reason to think that Bethesda would. Although that is kind of a surprise. I have to admit, I am a little surprised that Bethesda never took to that.
It's too much work, probably.
Well,
I mean, let's
but
be
you
real.
know people would buy it.
Well, yeah, but they would buy a new Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
And I know a part of it is that they don't, like the way Todd Howard put it, he's like, we don't have the technology to do what we want to, which really begs the question what they're looking to do. That's kind of curious. But
actual bowel movement physics. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Well, I think they would want to do like the entirety of Tamriel.
I mean, if they do
Scale.
that would. Oh my gosh.
I would.
Do you think
love
that? Do you think that that's what Starfield was for? Was developing like procedural
Probably.
tool, like world building tools to build really large like.
I thought about.
environments?
See, I mean, I know I'm not original on this, or like the only person who thought about this, but I remember years ago. Gosh, I don't know how many years ago. Thinking about that sort of technology.
Mhm.
Probably 10 years ago, thinking about that technology, being like, well, if you were able to like procedurally generate the maps, you wouldn't have to worry about filling them out or carving them exactly. You could figure out how to, and obviously, yeah, but it's Starfield might be them getting to that point. I mean, I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 would be that, unless it does take them 10 more years.
Yeah.
Then it's, although, they released that teaser.
Yeah, that's the thing. They announced it.
And it was like, oh yeah, we got, people were theorizing what it was, but it was also theorized that, Fallonwood was involved.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they're doing like the entire West Coast.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That's just massive. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Tamriel to scale.
That would be. Oh my gosh. I mean, Daggerfall alone is like what? 120,000 square kilometers or something like that.
Yeah, it's that's to scale, and that's massive.
Yeah, 161,000 kilometers approximately. Man.
And I think that's what they want to do, because they've done it before. I think they would love to be able to do that. And I would love for that to be a thing. Like, I think that would be cool, being able to run around Tamriel
In a
to scale.
really expansive environment and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because Skyrim feels so small.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I understand they jammed it full of stuff you could do, which is fun. But the towns, and I'm not complaining about the game. I'm not saying they could have done better. It was 2011 technology.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the town, they only have like 10 people, and it's supposed to be this main capital of a region and stuff, living in this town.
Yeah.
It's really kind of weird.
Well, that's one thing that I've noticed looking back at older games is it's like we kind of traded in graphics for I guess the detail in play specifically. And it would be really interesting to see like what would happen if you kind of went the opposite. If you had graphics like, I don't know, like Thief 2 or something like that, but you said, okay, well, what can we do with these graphics, but go the other way where we like jam pack just like every little intricacy that we can, right? In terms of actual gameplay and mechanics and how you can like perceive the puzzle and stuff like that, or like interact with the world, or just the scale of everything, which I think is what is actually fun about like indie games, is they do kind of play with that a little bit more. I've seen some games where like they use kind of lower fidelity graphics, but instead they focus on the scale of things and just the sheer like scope in terms of like visual, but even like gameplay wise as well, and it creates a really unique effect because it feels like an alternate universe, like if the gaming industry went this way instead of the graphics way, which makes sense why they went the graphics way. That sells, right?
Yeah. Candy.
Yeah, but it's just kind of cool to see the alternate.
Oh, it's a blender.
Let's see. All right, I'm just kind of screwing around at this point, so I'm gonna finish up stream. Call it.
All right. Yeah, we're definitely over 2 hours.
Yeah. All right, I got basically 3 pages done of actually something like 11 that I needed, or 12 that I need to do, but oh well. So yeah, I've got some work cut out for me, but I'll keep doing this even on my days off. And I'll speak up, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, thanks for dropping by, everyone. We will be back on Thursday. We were a little bit late today. Hopefully that won't be the case on Thursday. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering
Very
the
much
reason
hopefully.
we were late.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you everyone who showed up and stopped by and watched. And I hope you enjoyed watching me paint a face.
I'll be back to painting at some point. Maybe I'll do painting streams over the weekend or something like that.
But yeah, we'll be back Thursday.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.